Hi, we always get a lot of requests in at Filthy Macs about how we make our signature burger. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes showing you exactly how and why we make the Filthy Mac. The Filthy Mac starts off with a really good brioche bun. This is hand baked for us by a local baker, which is the Mill Bakehouse. It's important to start off with, what we do is we take a little bit of butter and we just butter the brioche. We're using a flat iron skillet, so you always need to use a solid skillet base, and we simply put that down face down. Now what we're doing is we're toasting the brioche. The reason that we toast the brioche is that it forms a slight crust on the top, which then stops the brioche absorbing any of the juices that come out of the burger or the lettuce or the tomato or even the sauce that you're putting in. Literally a minute, nice little browning going on inside the brioche, and we're going to set that to one side, ready for the build later. Okay, here comes the main attraction, which is the burger, the meat pate. We're going to add a little bit of oil, not a lot, to our skillet. Work that in. So this is our burger. Now we're going to use a technique called smashing. So what we do is, you'll notice it's a ball shape. We put it into the skillet, and within the first 30 seconds of the meat touching the skillet, we press it down. I'm going to talk you through the reason for that in a second, but it's crucial once you've got it pressed down into a nice burger shape, is we then take some sea salt and season it. So many people don't season well enough. Using our technique, the air pockets have been created within the burger, so the fat that is now rendering out in the burger is actually melting into the meat and staying there. So you can see there's very little juice in the pan coming out of the burger. It's all staying inside. So we flipped it, salt, a little bit more pepper. Okay, we're now going to add into the pan 2 rashers of smoked streaky bacon and also a thin slice of black pudding, and let that start to cook with the burger. We tend to do 1 minute either side, and we do 4 flips. So the burger actually cooks about 4 minutes, which makes the burger cooked right through. If you want it pink inside, I would suggest you only flip it over twice. I wouldn't suggest you try and produce a rare burger, because if you produce a rare burger, then what happens is the fat doesn't get the opportunity to render. So our streaky bacon is now cooking and crisping up. We're going to flip that over, flip the black pudding over as well. Now that's done, we'll do another flip on the burger. Now you don't need to smash or press it down again, it's already been done, and again, as you can see from the pan, very little fat is actually escaping. The technique of smashing was actually brought to light in 2007 by a gentleman called Tom Ryan in Denver, Colorado. And what they say in the US is when they smash burgers is they smash them very, very flat, a lot flatter than we do. If you watch a lot of information on the internet, they'll tell you about caramelization of the burger underneath, but actually it's not caramelization, because if you caramelize something, it's to do with dissolving the sugars, and there's no real sugars to work with within a burger. It's actually called a thing called a Maillard reaction. And the Maillard reaction is also known as the browning reaction, and it's where the large compounds of protein in the meat break down with the heat process when it gets to about 300 degrees, and they start to break down and break down again. That causes the crisping on the outside of the burger. So we're going to flip our burger again, and as you can see, that Maillard reaction is now taking place on the burger. Nice crispy flavour, and what it does is it actually makes your burger taste more meaty. So that bacon, absolutely beautiful, crisping up, flipping the black pudding one more time. Okay, so we're on about another 30 seconds before this beautiful burger is going to get dressed. And we dress it simply by doing most of the build in the pan. So the bacon goes on top, like so. Cross it over so it looks really nice on the bun. We take the black pudding and we place that on the top. Our secret ingredient is a little bit of caramelized onion that we make to our own recipe, which is absolutely delicious. And that works so well because you've got the saltiness of the bacon, and also we finish it off with a layer of smoked cheese. Now, to melt the smoked cheese onto the burger, we add a tiny bit of water into the pan and we put what's called a cloche on it. And that steam will go all over the cheese and melt it down so it covers. So now we have to work quickly. We bring our brioche back into play. We want a little bit of our own smoked mayonnaise, which we make ourselves in-house. Do the top as well, don't be shy. A nice piece of, we use gem lettuce because the size of the gem lettuce just works so well with the brioche. A nice slice of beef tomato. And we'll go back to the burger, which by now should have melted. Now when you take the cosh off, be careful because there's steam and heat under there, so take it away from you. Can you see how the steam rises up? Look at that. Oh wow, the cheese has melted, it's covered the bacon, it's covered the black pudding, and it's covered the caramelized onion. Okay, she is coming out of the pan. Onto the bun. Take the lid, pop it on the top. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Filthy Mac, our signature burger. Absolutely beautiful. A delicious blend of smoked cheese, caramelized onion, black pudding, and salty bacon, served with the freshness of gem lettuce and beef tomato. On the top and the bottom, you've got our own smoked mayonnaise and the most wonderful brioche bun. Enjoy.